Yo, what up, everyone? We are here with another episode of Therapy Without a Degree. We in the I think we almost in the 250s. If not, this is chapter 250, 249, 251, something like that. You guys already know Joe Fucarino is in the house, in the studio. So today we have Javi's not here today, but we got Val. We got Val in the building. Hey. All right, Val pop in somewhere. You know what I mean? And then we got a very, very special guest with me. What's up, bro?
What's goody? What's goody?
What's going on, man?
Not much, Joe.
Look at you look with the popping jacket over here.
Oh, yeah, right.
I be liking your swag. Every time I see you, you always got a nice little fit on.
Dude, I just throw this on, bro.
Nah, that's what they all say.
Nah, it's not
That's what they all say.
It's just a rib.
When y'all have swag and y'all be having a fit, that's just a national line. I just threw this on.
Yeah, it actually comes in the tag. It tells you to say it.
Right? It's like, yeah, just threw this on. But nah, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. Chilling. Having
Yeah.
a good day.
I just hit up Pedro. I was like, we got Migz in the building. Let's go. That's easy. What's up? Oh, yeah. Mad gunshots. Mad gunshots. I wish they played outside of the headphones so everyone could hear them.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure out.
I think Princess would get like caught off guard by it.
Nah. She knows. She. I think at this point. Yeah, at this point. Yeah, man. She's been with me this whole pod journey, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, so she should understand. Look, she's just chilling there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we are here with another episode. What you been up to, man? What you been doing? I feel like the last time I saw you was the engagement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, it was lit.
Literally.
Oh my God. They just kept handing me shots. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I remember one of them, they were doing a cheers for it, but I already drank it. So I had to go and like quickly grab one before anyone saw, you know. But I was lit.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was definitely a good time. So that was the last time I saw you. So what you been up to?
Yeah, what I've been up to is just a lot of vocal coaching with people. There's like a lot of artists that I work with, and so most of them ask me for opinions. My producer tries to treat me like the fat Joe of our group. So he'll like ask me things like, what do you think of, what's your opinion on this or this? So I'm always there for like the mixing and mastering of other like artists and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically what I've been up to, man.
You've been grinding doing that?
Yeah, making my money here and there wherever I can, bro. Some of it is passive income, but it's like a little change, but it's gonna stack up.
It's gonna stack up. It all adds up. It all adds up. That's what I always tell people. I'm like, yo, a lot of times people will hate on those like little drips, and I'm like, yo, it adds up. Like, even if you do different things, do you just do kind of like music, or do you say you do different things that kind of all add up to like, you know, what you do as like an entrepreneur?
I feel like everything in my life has been driven by music, right? Like if I go work out, I'm listening to music. If I'm working, I love listening to music. I mean, you know, some places don't allow it, but I don't work at those places. I work on the places that leave you alone.
He's like, nah, it's like the first question. Like, yo, what's up? Am I allowed to play some tunes? Am I not? Can I have my headphones in?
No, you got to be serious 24/7, and you can't wear headsets. So I'm not there.
All right, so hold on. What are we listening to now?
What are we listening to?
Yes. What are you listening to?
Right now.
Right now.
What is in my headset? Some Juice WRLD unreleased. You know, that's always a banger for me. You feel me? Like anything like Life's a Dungeon or something like that. I just love songs like that. I don't know.
Okay, that's the vibe. So Juice WRLD. What else? Anything else?
Well, I mean, I feel like I listen to all my greatest rappers, and most of them aren't able to make new music. You know, so anything that I could find on them is generally what I listen to, or even like upcoming artists. I love listening to upcoming artists. I feel like they're gonna be like our future, you know what I mean? But being able to see them grow is just the crazy part of it all. Yeah. So that's generally what I do.
Okay, so that's what you're listening to right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been listening to. It was funny because me and Val were talking about before. She was like, "I'm gonna put her on the spot." She was being a little disrespectful to Shady Records. She was like, what artist Shady Records got? They don't got nobody. And I was like, yeah, maybe now. But they were popping for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't even know why she even thought of the Shady Records, but like, I was like, I don't even listen. I wouldn't even know now who's with Shady.
Dude, Boogie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I was like,
Boogie, man.
You know, Conway, shit like that. But I was like, for me now, I don't really listen to much hip hop no more, man. I listen to like the shit if my people put it out, you know, like a lot of independent artists, but I listen to all R&B, soul, neo soul, feel good music. Like I started noticing, man, like I love hip hop, but like I don't know, R&B just makes me feel good.
You know, and that's another thing I've been having issues with, because every time I'm writing, man, I get into that aspect of it, and then I'll go into the studio and my producer will be putting on a beat, and it's like hype, like hard rap, you know, and like obviously I can match that, but you know, most of the times when I'm just writing it to myself, it's always like that. It's always the R&B or trap soul, you know, like I love that kind of sound, but what I be recording isn't really reflecting that just yet.
Soon, yeah.
Yeah, soon.
But I think you have to have a balance, because it's funny, because even me, like I love, like a lot of my people know, like I'm a big, my top two is like Eminem and like Joe Budden. So I love like that, like rapidy rap, introspective. You know, that's my music. Like that's me and my core.
Like all words have meaning.
Yeah, but then I had to dig in. I've always had a love for like Motown, R&B. Like I love that shit. Like people always stay thinking I'm either in love or just had a breakup or something, because that's just
or all at once.
All at once. They just always think that. But I'm like, nah, I just be jamming. But now when I do listen to rap, it gets me hype. Like the other day, I randomly threw on an Eminem album, and I really, like I said, I used to listen to it every day. Now, because I don't listen to it like that, I threw on the Eminem album, and I was like, I was in the gym, I was pumping. I was working, but that's because I don't normally listen to that.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't spoil yourself, man. Because if you spoil yourself, then you're not gonna be like, you know, enjoying it as much as like you would. You know, if you're able to just tap into that.
100%.
I'm not the same way.
But outside of music, what have you been doing outside of music? Like on some, like what are you genuinely doing outside of like business? Outside, like have you been like watching
to myself?
Yeah, to yourself, man. So not like, I don't mean just like professionally. I mean like that. I was like, what have you been doing besides that?
Keeping my girl in check. You know, that'd be easy though. That come with the riz, yo.
What you mean? Hold on. What you mean keeping your girl in check?
Like,
break that down, because that can sound crazy.
No. What I'm trying to say, yeah, it does sound crazy, right? Yo, anything
I got you. I'm gonna be your publicist.
I
got you. What does that mean?
So basically, what it means is like, if she asks me, right, and she's like, who is that, right? My girl never does this, right? She's very secure of herself, but sometimes, right, you can hear like insecurity in someone else, you know what I mean? But they gotta know what they got, you know? And so that's what I mean by keeping in check. Like I'll let her know what she got, you know? You know, it's not like anger or rage, guys. You know, it's not like that. It's not
so
like
give me an example. Give me some examples of this.
So, you know, during a sentence, she'll stop and she'll be like, did you listen to what I just said? And I'll be like, yeah, you know, and she'll like question it, you know, but it's like, you got a person that listens to you, you know? And so I got to give that reassurance, you know what I mean?
How long have y'all been together?
3 years.
Yeah. It's tough, man. You know why? And it's funny because I'm going through the same thing right now, but at a very early stage. And not bad to be anything like that. I'm just dramatic for a pod, but like,
I get it.
I'm just dramatic. Yeah. Like it's not, but you know what you realize, man, is a lot of people ain't shit. And a lot of men out here ain't shit.
At all.
Yeah, and a lot of women out here just ain't shit. And it's like, you know, I'm 32, man, and it's like every year it just seems like more people just ain't shit. And especially as far as like relationship stuff. So like even for me, like as of recently, I had someone like straight up ask me like, yo, like, you know, what are your intentions? You know, stuff like that. And it's crazy because like people who actually know me, like, no, like I'm not wasting my time with nothing that I don't really give a fuck about and all that. Or like being who I am. Like, you know, at this point, it's like I heard, you know, it's like I don't need to like, but a lot of people unfortunately have to double ask that. Like, you know, because most people are just not shit. Most people ain't listening. Most people aren't who they say they are.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of us have been conditioned to almost like not believe or not even like have any trust or just be questioned with our trust, even if we do have trust. Like, we're kind of like on our P's and Q's and just
just trying to cross them. Nah, I get you, man. Like, dot the I's, but at the same time, like, I always try to like prove myself, but not with people that don't deserve it, because I try to understand the difference, like, between people who aren't shit and people who are, and they're not shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just are.
Yeah.
But I always like, man, I grew up different, bro. Like, I grew up by women, you know what I mean? And they kill with kindness, but on like a different level, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, they'll tell you like, oh no, you go first because they know you'll trip down the stairs, but they're being nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I grew up different, man. So I try to always give respect if, it's also like giving back, you know what I mean? I'm very reflective in that aspect. But when you say like, what are you up to, man? Like, I always just try to keep myself in check, always battling myself and stuff too. So like, I'll be looking for reassurance too, but it's in like different ways, you know what I mean? Like, actions speak louder than words for me. And so like, if I saw like, let's see, she went out of her way to do something for me, it's like, oh damn, like, that's my reassurance, you know what I mean? It's not me asking like this just to get that reassurance.
Yeah. And that's powerful, man. And that's actually exactly what I said. I was like, look, because it even made me think there for a second. I was like, shit, I can't say anything to, I can't, of course you're going to say that in 2022, of course you're going to ask me these questions and be, hesitant. Like, I get that. Like, I don't even like, some people are like, oh, no, I get that. But I can't say anything to you for you to believe it, but I can show you. Actions always speak louder than words every single time. Like, I'm a firm believer that, like, I don't be paying attention to like half of what people really say. Like, I listen, especially when we close. I'll take, your word, but until you show me like that action, like, that's what really it speaks on. Mm-hmm. So, and then over time, that's how you build with people is, the actions start actually adding up. And it's like, okay, you a genuine ass person.
Yeah, and another thing is like what I also meant by like keeping them in check is like expression. Like I know how to express myself very well for like a man. Like it's that's hard to believe, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I express myself.
What sign are you?
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus.
And Aries. It's like I'm a cusp. Baby.
Oh, so you right there.
I am the start and the end of something.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Do you feel like you said because you were raised by women? Do you feel like that is why you're more expressive, or no?
Nah, man. I literally learned that on my own through like just pain. Like, it's because that's how like I feel like I've built up my empathy over like all these years, so I like understand where people have been. It's like, I don't know. It's so if you let yourself like express that, you're able to just like, I guess, like, pass on through it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. But like, if I'm just honest with someone, they're gonna want to be honest with me too. You know. But if I start off on a lie, I gotta not only remember that lie, which if you pile up more and more, man, you're screwed. Or, it's just.
Now, when do you feel like you as a man started to really realize that was okay and that this was something powerful or positive that you were doing, or when even do you feel like you started doing that?
I went and seeked help, man, because throughout my life, man, like, I try to just numb myself, either like every time like I had a loss in my family or like my friends, like my class, my year is getting smaller and smaller, and the people that are here, and so me going through like my life and like my addictions and all that, I had to get better and I had to get help, and in order to get help, you gotta seek it, you gotta express, and with expression, man, you get help, you get progression with expression.
Yeah, I like that. And it's real shit. And like you said, you actually have to seek it. A lot of times people don't do that. They want it to come to them.
Yeah, man, you can't sit there and wait for something to land on you. Like, what? You gotta go get it, bro.
You gotta go get that shit, no matter what it is, to help you even sometimes express those emotions. If it's money, whatever it is, you gotta go out there and seek. That's why it's funny because I made a quote not too long ago and I put on that shit on Instagram. I was like, yo, I always talk about thinking big, but you need to seek big. Mm-hmm. You need to actually go out there and just go get it. You have, no matter what it is. That's help, that's money, that's friends, good relationships, good environments, whatever. You got to actually go out there and seek it. Because you can't just be just thinking about it. Like I said, I want to change. I want this. I want that. You actually have to like put in the fucking effort. You know?
Yeah, and effort's like a big thing nowadays, man. A lot of people like to just sit at home and, you know, play on their phones. Like I do that, but I'm making bread doing it. You know, like
yeah. It's like if I'm doing that, we making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, for you, what would you like? What was kind of that pivot of? Because you said being numb, and you know, I relate to that. You know, not from me personally, but like my mom. So like my mom, you know, she battled 13-year drug addiction. She battled with heroin. It was her right over there, right behind you. And she passed away, you know, from it. It took her life. And a lot of her things, man, she just wanted to feel numb. Like she didn't want to deal with the pain, you know, because pain sucks. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you don't seek that help and if you don't try or want that effort or that true desire to get out of that, you could just want to feel numb because the pain hurts. And if you don't know what to do with that pain, you're just like, fuck it. I'm either going to suppress it. Like people do all different things. Like I work through that shit. I work through it all. That's my fucking way. You know what I mean? Some people would go through other things to feel it. Because that's, again, it's the same thing as being numb. Like if I'm working through it, I'm just numbing it by working. So like through other ways, like, you know, for you mentioned addiction. Like for that, what hit you to say, yo, you know what? This is not the healthy way. I'm not going to numb it this way. And I'm going to now seek that. Like, because there has to be like a want. Because a lot of people, bro, like I've lost friends. Actually, I've lost family. I've lost family to that shit. Yeah. You know, mom and other people. And, you know, like you said, your classes, you know, going every single day. A lot of times people don't have that peace. They don't know what for you maybe motivated you to make that transition.
Honestly, life. It was taken from me for about 4 minutes and then give it back. And, you know, usually that doesn't do it to people, but I think the cherry on top was seeing my brother's face, you know, who caught me and brought me back, you know, like seeing his face and how it wasn't even disappointment. It's hard to explain, man. It was just fear and worry at the same time, you know, and that was kind of like the turning point in on my addiction, man, because that's all I cared about was me, you know. And for a split second of sobriety, I would say, you know, because I just got revived, I saw someone else and cared about that person more than myself, so why not, you know. And then from like doing it for him, it just turned into just doing it for me, you know, because now it's like moderation. I can't smoke that much. I don't like smoking during the day. I like to enjoy my day. I like to do this, you know. I like to keep my eyes open, memory fresh, and, you know, like, and then it just once it started turning to me, now it's like, you know, turning into others, you know. So, you know, I have like a small group of people, and we be talking, you know, about, you know, like our wants and like our needs, you know, the differences, and, you know, that helps too. You know, when you have someone to talk to that understands that pain, that helps too. You know, these groups, these meetings, that helps. And it's not just like, you know, what you were saying, you know, like other people just, you know, haven't found that drive. It's like, I've been there too. Like there's been times where like I was like, you know, not breathing. Someone brought me back and I was just chilling, but I didn't want to get help. And, you know, I also like losing my cousin when he was young, you know, that made me want to live more too.
Yeah, it's these things. And like you said, just seeing your brother care for you and seeing how upset he was. And that's really important, man. I think a lot of people forget about those. And you know, it's tough because we can get caught up in our own feelings and our own emotions. And it's really funny you said that because I was just having a talk with somebody. And, you know, like, and it goes even with everything. It's not just with that. It goes to even like being successful in entrepreneurship and wanting to make money. I told somebody, and I was like, with all due respect, I said, if you don't want more, like, and I was talking about money and like being like successful. All right. I was like, you're just being selfish. And I was like, not to sound like a dick, because I don't want to be a dick. You know what I mean? But I think it's the truth, because you're only worried about you. Like, yeah, you're okay. Like, I'm great living here. This is great. I'm great with the shoes I'm wearing. They got holes in them. You know, I'm great. I'm chilling.
Yeah, man.
But guess what? If I just worry about that and then I'm content, I'm selfish. because I have a 14-year-old stepdaughter I love. I'm not in that moment. Me thinking about that, I'm not thinking about her. I'm not thinking about her future. I'm not thinking about my friends. I'm not thinking about Pedro's. I'm not thinking about all these other people that I love. I'm just thinking about me. I'm thinking about that I'm comfortable. I'm thinking about that I'm content. So that's being selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wasn't in that moment, if I wasn't selfish, I'd be like, oh damn, I gotta become more successful because I gotta make sure she's good. I gotta make sure he's good. I want all of us to be living great. I want all of us to be happy. And it's the same thing in things like that. You know, like that is actually crazy because it's wild when you really tie it all in with each other. Because that was always my biggest thing of like with addiction. Like even with my mom, I was always like, damn, like, okay, you know, she has this and all that. I was like, but damn, like the one caveat, like I was never upset. I always understood. I always saw everything she was going through. I was there for her through everything. Wrapping her in blankets when she was fucking going through withdrawals, everything. You know, getting punched in the face because I wouldn't take her to Patterson, fucking bailing her out of jail, everything. I was through all that shit. But I was always like, damn. I was like, the one thing that you would think that would want to make her clean is like, yo, like, would be me. Because she said, oh, she loved me. And I'm like, damn, what's like that one thing that if that person would have like woke up and would have saw that, it maybe would have been the trigger to be like, oh, damn, I got to be good for you. I got to be not selfish and say, because she was numb. Same thing. Like she was numb. She was like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of all that. But it's like, why be selfish in those moments? You got to think about so many other things, you know, but it goes back to, we don't, and I think I said this on a recent episode, we undermine and diminish our value, our worth, you know, what we mean to people. Like you probably maybe didn't realize how much you meant to your brother until that moment.
Yeah, no, that's literally what happened, bro. Like to me, all I cared about was me because I always thought like I was nobody to you. So why do I got to care what you think as well? You know, I just care what I think and this is what I want. But that's literally just a mask, man. That's a mask by like, you know, the drug of choice or anything like that.
Yeah. I think before that, I don't even think it has something. I mean, sometimes we just don't see that. Sometimes you could be clean and you could be sober and you could just think that no one cares or you're not good enough or you're just, you know, it doesn't matter. Like if I'm here, I'm here. But, you know, a lot of times people think like that. Even people, you know, people that are suffering from depression and mental health, you know, you go into those moments. Like I battled with depression a lot of my life. And sometimes, you know, you end up thinking like, it doesn't really matter, you know. That's why sometimes they say it's always like, you know, people are looking for validation in certain ways. You know, sometimes I'm not mad at it. Sometimes they need to know that. Sometimes they need to know that they're loved. Sometimes they need to know that they're wanted, that they're cared for. Because it's like, it's a tough world, bro. A lot of times we're going in this world thinking like, you don't care. If I'm on drugs, if I'm ruining my life, yeah, I'm content here, but you don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that like my family support did drive that need to be clean too. You know, because most of my friends got kicked out after like a year of whatever, you know, and it's like for me to, you know, have that support actually I think also helped too, because I wasn't stuck in the street having to do what I have to do, you know.
Yeah. Like
when I was younger it was like that, but as you're getting older and you're still having that same drug of choice, it's like it starts tearing away at, you know, at your body, man, from the inside out.
Yeah. And that shit really makes you are who you are today. You know what I'm saying? Even though all those different things, it makes you, because now you're fighting your whys for like a way bigger purpose. Like you said, you're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for now, you know, like all these other people. Yeah, you know, you're doing it for.
And like I have days, man, where like, cause sometimes I'll be introverted, man. Like I want to just sit home, like that's it. Just leave me alone. I'm chilling. But you know, I also have depression and stuff. I battle with that. It's just like I just try to do things, you know, like because if I have idle time, man, that's when the brain works a lot harder. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just try to like keep myself busy, man. Or if I'm like really depressed, bro, I'll go out. I just gotta go out, do something. Yeah, you know, get a laugh for the day or something.
Word, nah, because you probably feed off that good energy. No, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And then it's about just setting yourself up now in those like right good environments, what you've been doing, you know, about people that are, you know, good individuals, people that you want to do within your career.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I'm tired of being the one that has all the vibe, man. Stop, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be the one that's always drained, you know, like you gotta like replenish me too sometimes.
You gotta pour into you.
Yeah. Pour into me, man.
And that can sometimes get exhausting. So I feel you. you know, but got to be that example, you know, and you just continue doing that. So now it's like, you know, with you and your music and your story, bro, like you never know, man. Like I'm a firm believer, but all happens for a reason. You know, all happens for a reason. Like you wouldn't be able to be probably working with the people that you're working with consistently, putting in that effort, you know, and inspiring others around you. And without that, you know, you just never know. Like you know, that journey was meant to be the man you are today. You know, so it's like I always tell people, anyone, even anyone is listening, watching this, like it's all for a reason. It's all for a purpose. It's just now who you are today, consistently, like what you're doing with that, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of people, man, they thank me on a daily basis for like either good advice or anything, because like it's like, yo, if I've been there, like I know how to help you. You know what I mean? And it's cool knowing that like the big circle that I have now, because you know, like, you know, back then it was like getting smaller and smaller, but like to grow my own circle and to know that they look up to me is like, what? It's like kind of shocking almost, you know, but it's also like a good thing that like I did go through all this, because, you know, these scars are like shown to like keep you from getting the same scars or worse, you know.
Yeah, you never know. That's probably why it happened. I believe that's, you know, we all have our little destinations and journeys to become the man we are today or the woman we are today.
Yeah, power of empathy.
Yeah,
you know?
That shit is real. Like if you, like you said before, it's because you understand. You said right from the beginning, you understand what people go through, and you understand that. It's you know, it's crazy because I'm a firm believer the universe does certain things because he has to do certain things to us to have to show us certain experiences so you could have that empathy and you can understand. Yeah. Because I could tell you all day what it's like, for one thing. I could tell you all day, but you're not going to understand until you live that journey. Yeah. Or till you're very close to that journey. It's just not. It's just by second nature.
For example, man, like imagine with what I went through and then I'm finally good, right? The universe wants to be like, all right, now here, date somebody that's going to make you feel the way you made them feel. You know, so now you know how those people felt, you know, the ones you were letting down by letting yourself down. And now you're going to know how they felt. And you know how to, you know, how it feels to be the, you know, like the addict and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. You're right.
Does that. No,
you're
but
right.
It does. It does. It does that for a reason, man, because you wouldn't be able to understand that without that. And it's just like, it's all fucking aligned, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a firm believer of that, you know, so, and it's just crazy where life will take you, bro. Yeah. It's crazy. So now, you know, what would you say to anyone that's listening to this or watching this, who's maybe having a hard time in that transition, who's now maybe they didn't get to seek the help, or maybe they did, maybe it just didn't work. You know, what would you tell them from your experience? What would you just give them?
I mean, they just gotta listen to themselves, honestly. You know, like they gotta really like assess themselves. You know, there's like everyone's different, right? But at the same time, if we're all addicts, we're all one thing. And so in a general quote from me that you can like write down in your book, I would say you gotta know what you want. And that's it. Just know what you want and go for it. Because if you're gonna sit home, right? Like in my mind, you know, I thought about this the other day. If you're gonna be an addict, you needed money every day, right? Okay. Why don't you just get money every day to go for something else that you want instead of, you know, like what you need instead of what you want. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if you're lazy at home, like do something. You know, I used to make bread back then, and I still do now. It's just not the same bread. You know, it's a different loaf.
Yeah,
it's a different loaf.
100%. And like you said, assess. And that's crazy because that's what the first thing I always tell people too. I say self-assessment. I'm actually writing something right now on that.
Yeah, self-love, not selfish, you know?
Yeah, because people just don't know sometimes like what they want. They don't even know sometimes who they are. And that's the crazy part. Yeah. Like I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what I'm working on because I think it's the most important thing. Because again, you said assess, and it's on all self-assessment because you don't get to know those things. You know, but unfortunately, a lot of times, especially if there's like substances involved, you're numb, so you like can't maybe, you can't assess. You can't, like, and it's hard to. So you sometimes need to get off of it to then assess, to be like, okay, this is who I am. Like, what the fuck are my priorities? What are all these? What do I like? What do I enjoy? Like, what music do I like?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, and that leads back to expression, man. Like, if you express that you need help, I think that's the best step. And that is even like the first step in the rooms, man. Admit you have a problem. If you could just only do that, there's gonna be someone that's gonna just come and rescue you. No Superman, no cape. It could be Karen across the street who actually cares about you. You know what I mean? Like, just expression too.
Yeah.
Right.
And once you start expressing yourself, that's when, again, a lot of people will see that. And some people will either hate on it, some people will relate to it, some people will get inspired by it, some people will get upset about it. But within that, that's when things grow. Yeah. Like, that's when that, starts to blossom.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, a lot of people like the comfort zone, man. A lot of people like the comfort zone.
Stop going back to your ex. She ain't having it. That's it.
Nah, not at all.
Comfortability out here. Stop being comfortable. All right, go to the store and get what you want.
Yeah. I be telling people too, I'm like, yo, if shit doesn't work, it just doesn't work. Anytime people start going back to the ex or trying to make it work or forcing shit, it's like, fam, if it ain't working, it ain't working.
Man, I remember I had my heart broken after a 6-year relationship, and then like, I remember it was like a month later, I caught myself not even thinking about this person. I was like, yo, but I just had 6 years with you. But now I'm on my own shit. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
It's wild.
It's wild, bro. So I'm telling you, man, it doesn't matter how in love. Like, bro, I was in love with my drug of choice for 10 years. Kind of. Eight full years, And so it's like, if I was able to let that love go, and let 6 years go, I could let anything go.
100%. And after that, that's when you start, when you start going through shit and you start doing stuff like that, it does get to a point. That's good that you even notice that and you acknowledge that. 'Cause a lot of times people don't. A lot of times people need you to show them, oh, no, like you did that and then you did that. It means you could do anything at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, that's even like sometimes with pain. I'm like, yo, you've dealt with this, and that. Yo, what's some hard work?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I like indulging too, bro. So like, for example, right now, I haven't hit my vape, right? But once I go outside, I'm gonna hit my vape. But I'm cooling right now. I don't need to hit my vape. You know what I mean? I'm just like that. I don't know. Like, once I got over the big love, all of these little baby loves, I could just get over.
Yeah, cause you good. Like, you already got over that. You know, that's nothing now. That's nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, whatever you bring me, you got it. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it is.
Hell yeah, man. You just gotta walk with the Riz. That's it, bro. You chilling, man. That's when it comes to you, but you're still going out and getting something.
What you mean? Break that down. Let me see.
What, like the Riz?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like you born with it or something, bro. It's just like a gift. Like the way you carry yourself with no one looking, but people are looking, but you don't,
Yeah.
You just don't recognize it.
I know. we got Val back in the building. Val, we here.
Yeah.
It's funny we got into this because I was actually gonna, like, last night I was gonna talk about for that. So after you kind of overcame that journey, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like a next level and like that kickstarting of that moment? Because I notice sometimes people will like go through things, right, and then they'll like see the dream or see the vision, and then they'll be rocking, but then they get like something else that almost like catapults that and almost reassures it.
Okay, so
was there anything like after, in your journey, you're like, you're clean, you're doing your thing, and then you were like, oh wait, nah, like I gotta really, do you think maybe it was the music, or was it something that reassured, like you gotta double down on this transformation?
Well, I just always realized that like my insides matter, so once I got clean, I was able to just start focusing on myself, like completely, like work on my anger issues, my hate. Once I worked on that, it just started getting easier and easier. Like, then I started learning how to control my emotions. Then I started like giving them names jokingly. It just happened one day. With,
like what? What are some of the names?
Like Creature. I hate that motherfucker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But stuff like that, like, or no, I'm not saying no. But yeah, it's just like stuff like that, man. It just like Jokingly with my girl, I came up with names, right? Because she's always like, "Oh, you have like certain moods, and you always look different, and then you always sound different, and everything you make, you always sound different. Like one song will never sound like the other. Like it's weird." And so I just started giving them names.
Giving them names? That's actually pretty dope. But the fact that you were even able to do that means you're able to really self-assess.
Yeah, man. I was just self-assessing myself like every day. I don't know. It's just like if you think more than you do, it makes the doing a lot easier. You know what I mean? Because if you're just putting brute strength to lift something instead of like thinking of like a dolly system, or you know what I mean, like,
No,
like it'll be a lot easier. You know, you got to think smarter, not harder.
That's
and
what
so once I started working on my thing, like everything just started coming in. You know, like everything.
Now, what are some tangible things that you would say that you were doing to try to now elevate like into music and into changing who you are? Like what were some habits, man? Like what were some things, like even if they're like little things, big things, whatever they are, what were some things that you tried to incorporate? Maybe that you even try to incorporate now to make sure that you're, working along with your music, you're working with good people. Like what are some of those things? Because let's just say someone out there is listening that they're trying to do that now. Like what are some things that they can do?
Freestyling, reading, like education is important. And I'm not saying like you have to go to college or anything, like you're doing therapy without a degree. You feel me?
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is like, as long as you are learning, you are progressing. You know what I mean? You could catapult yourself into many more things. Like you don't have to be Slim Shady or Eminem who's reading a dictionary. But if you're like, expanding your vernacular and your vocabulary, like you're chilling.
Yeah.
And freestyling. Like also just like don't overthink, yo. Like a lot of people overthink. Like just don't overthink.
In general, in what? Or just music or
in
what?
Anything.
Okay.
In anything. Man, I'm an overthinker. But once I'm told don't overthink, I'm chilling. Like I'll freestyle a banger out in like 3 minutes and then that's it.
We got maybe next time I won't put you on the spot. This one, maybe next time we'll get you to freestyle on the track.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Get your freestyle on a pod or something.
Heck yeah.
But nah, man, a lot of people definitely overthink. And it's about putting yourself again in those situations to actually do that. So I feel that, man.
Heck yeah.
And as far as now, like, what do you got going on with the music? Like, tell people what sparked a lot of that. Were you doing music like years ago? Or is this recent for you? Is this new? What's going on with that?
Yeah. So I mean, as a youngin' man, I always sung along, but never their words. I'd make my own words up, and then it transitioned into writing. Like anything I was feeling, man, I always wrote down. And like I never took music serious. Like I would be freestyling at parties or, like chill sessions with like my friends. But I was told to, like take it serious. Like, oh, you can go somewhere with that. But, I never like thought they were being serious, you know. And then I was like 21, 22. That's when one of like my friends was like, nah, you gotta, link up with my producer.
Okay.
Like my little brother of a producer, man. You gotta. And I was like, oh, all right. So I remember once I linked up with him, and I've known this kid since he was in diapers, so it's funny. It's hilarious, man. But to see him going from diapers to like studio booths, like it's just insane. Like, yo, he's so like smart with it too.
Is he the one I met or someone different?
Nah, that's the one you met, man. He don't shut up, right?
Nah. I remember from the event. Okay.
Nah, yeah, man, that's him. And so like, he's just like really inclined, man. So he's the one who like, had me with him. Like he didn't put me under his wing because he was also growing too. So we just grew together. And like every year we started, like we just kept working and working and working. We just started perfecting it, just better and better. And then people started loving.
What year was this? What year did y'all start?
I would say like pre-COVID, like a year pre-COVID.
Okay, so like 2019.
Like 2018, 2019. Yeah, I would say like 2018. I started like 2018. I started.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all been working ever since.
Ever since, man, and it's just funny how he'll be like, all right, let me put on Migz Skits type beat, and I'm like, what? All right, and he's already there, just working on it. Like just banging.
Yeah, he already has the idea of what he wants to do for you. And like you said, it's always different. It's different type of stuff. So he's able to creatively understand that you'll be able to go into different pockets.
Yeah, like he'll be like, yo, what are you feeling today? Sometimes I'll say a color. Sometimes I'll say a person. You know, and he'll just like start, you know, like making the beat. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just with him, it's just like easy. When I was with like other producers or anything like that, when I worked with them, it was always like a lot of, you know, questions. You know, I would answer and stuff, but they just like that's why like the SoundCloud I never pushed, because it's like those were like other producers that I was working with at the time, and so most of it is like their idea and my words. You know what I mean? It wasn't like my idea, my words. So
this
like
is pretty much a lot of like your idea, like you're crafting a lot of these records.
Yeah. Even the beat, man. Like I'll tell him like certain like templates. He'll like he's actually like very like reciprocal. You know what I mean? Like he really like takes in my ideas and just puts it on like paper, and
and does it. And puts
it I'm like, how, like what? He'll be like, oh, and you meant this, not this. So now I'm learning terminology. Now I'm learning mixing. Then I started getting paid from like to mix for people. Oh, all you want to do is make this song ready for like concert and stage. Like, okay, that's easy.
We'll make it
I already
happen,
know how to do it. You know,
that's
really cool, man.
And that shows your creativity. Like I said, that to me that sounds like a no-brainer, because the diversity of your music, the way you could do it like that, really, really shows your creativity. Because not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, man. Like I grew up with everything, man. Like from Van Halen all the way down to Ozzy, all the way down to fucking like 50 Cent, all the way down, like, you know what I'm saying, to Billy, like Joel and Billy. Like
how were you, like, who influenced you to music?
My pops, yo, growing up, like my step pops, but he my pops, man.
Yeah,
he my dad, bro. He literally like put me on to all that, like every single thing. Like I'm talking about like Led Zeppelin, you know, Guns N' Roses, you know, like Van Halen, just so many things, bro. Like the Steve Miller Band, like I grew up on all of that, and I always messed with it. I love the vibe, the energy. I love the strings. But yeah, besides that, man, he also like will listen to like rap, right? But he would make pretend he don't like it, you know. But
so he would listen back, like,
but he loved like Biggie Smalls and stuff, so like it was chilling. But yeah, man, he kind of like influenced like that certain push to like just expand like what I like, you know what I mean? Because then I met some friends who were like into punk rock. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like just a bunch of kids yelling on a mic. Yeah. Then I heard it and I was like, whoa, it's a bunch of kids yelling on a mic. Like, this is fire. Yeah. Like, you know, like, bro, what? Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I constantly love everything. Like I stay trying to give country, you know, like, yeah, I try to give it some chances, bro, but I don't know what it is, bro. They gotta do something. Yeah,
there'd be some joints, very few, but it's always like the ones that you already know, like the super radio ones.
Yeah,
some of those are
sappy, like the sappy ones, the lovey ones.
Yeah, some of them. But other than that, nah.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
So, all right, what's next you want to get into, man? Like on a creative aspect.
I want to start streaming.
Okay.
I want to get into streaming more, you know, because I stream with my producer. You know, that's like a duo thing we got going on. But I do want to get into like streaming, and I actually want to like, you know, try to lean towards having my own like label. You know, because if I could go and recruit my own artists, you know what I mean? Like I know I could find like really strong talent. Like I know strong talent right now. Ones that I'm just surprised aren't out there, you know, like doing their thing. Like, you know, some people are just content where they at, but like it's just, you know, it's just unfathomable, you know, to see somebody just like kind of like throw away their talent because they're just like, yeah, like I'm good, but
Bro, I hate that shit.
I hate that shit, bro.
I hate that.
Give me your talent, bro. Like, touch this basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
A lot, but you can't force that effort onto people, man. Because I be trying, but nah, people, you got to just let people do what they do. No, it sucks. Yeah, a lot of people be wasting some good ass talent.
Yeah, man. Nah, I be telling them, bro, place your hand on the basketball. Give me what you know, and if you don't want to use it, like,
I'll take it. I'll run with that shit.
I'll take that, man. I don't care if I sound like Alicia Keys singing on a record, man. If you want to give me that power, give it to me, man. I got you.
All right, so I'm gonna look forward to the label joint, man. I think you gotta.
No, yeah, like I said, man. I'm just trying to push to just gain like just that passive income, something like money that's always constantly flowing. Like it's a little bit here and there, but like I'm just trying to get that growing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Expand, put myself out there. Like I've met a lot of people like over like online, but
over the time you're networking and everything on there?
Like a lot.
You ever see yourself doing anything in the world of film?
Like
as far as even
I've
music
I've been told I'm a clown, so
he's like
maybe
an actor, because you never know, man. Because the reason why I say that is because of your diversity in the music that you do, like that I think could really blossom in like the film world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and a lot of people had told me, bro, like, you be giving me like Johnny Depp vibes, and I'm like, why? They're like, because you could fit anything we tell you to fit. You know what I mean? Like, if we're telling you to do like, can you do some spooky shit over here? Like, I'm there. You know what I mean? So it's also funny because I know how to do like voice impressions too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, people just be thinking like I'm funny or some shit, but I'm just being me. Like, I just like.
Hey, we need some content of that, man. We need some Instagram and some TikToks of that. Do you be doing a lot on the gram? How do you feel about social? Especially
social,
right
man.
now as like an artist. Like, what do you feel about that?
So we're actually in the process of getting a whole Venn diagram of what we need for my social medias, because I don't be posting anything, man. Like if it's on Insta, it's like a lot of my poetry or just inspirational like things, you know what I mean, or like a picture of me, like, but they're all like candid. Like I'm not really one to be like posting, but we are actually working on getting me more like professional with like social media, because for me it's like I'm like in person I'm bomb, you know what I mean? Over the phone I don't like texting really, you know what I mean? Like like call me, bro. Like if you're not gonna call, then it's cool, like you just talk to me later. But like for me, texting, man, like constantly is just like I can't do it. I like that contact.
But social is it though now, man.
Oh heck yeah, man. Because I gotta do it. I gotta do it for like Discord. I get it.
Discord and for the music, to push the music.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, man. That's what we've been working on. Like just trying to get, because right now I'm well rounded when it comes to like Discord, Twitch. I'm well rounded in that. And when it comes to like Snap, but besides that, like when it comes to Instagram, all that, nah. So I just gotta get myself up there.
Word, you will, man. But yo, this is dope, bro. I'm glad you came through, bro. Glad we made this happen. Where can everyone find? So right now, if they want to listen to some of the music, where can they find it?
Migz Skits on all platforms. Migz Skitz.
Okay, let's go. Make sure they check it out. Make sure they tap in. Yeah. Are you right now on like just throwing out singles? Are you working on an album? What's going on? Like, what can they expect?
Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 singles out on SoundCloud, but on Spotify I do have, well, Spotify and all other platforms, I have like 1 song, and it's just to keep people like, busy until the album comes out.
Word.
Because it's about to come out. It's about to drop. So
when?
I'm just.
Oh, no, yeah, okay.
I literally just drop it.
Just gonna drop. I
drop it. Most people like I'll give like a pre-order thing, like a pre-order link. Like you could just pre-order it, but I just drop it.
Okay.
I don't let people know.
Word. So you know what that means, right? Y'all gotta put all your notifications on for his pages.
That's exactly it.
So turn on all the notifications, because you never know, you're gonna get some fire. Keep up with the fucking shots.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hold on. I do got a question now. Mm-hmm. How many tracks?
Unreleased, I have like over 400.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot of fucking tracks. That's a lot of tracks, man.
Yo, people don't believe me, but when I'm there in my files, like, wait, this ain't it.
You gotta put it out.
No, I know, man. Like I said, bro, my producer manages it. So I just gotta be like, I gotta get another producer to manage my stuff while this producer manages one thing, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot
But
of
nah,
stuff.
seriously, like he just like he wants to have this done and then do this and then have this like half done. So it's like we wanted to be like ahead. Once it comes out,
That makes sense.
just constantly being ahead. Just
yeah. That's how
like
you
dominoes.
Yeah, that's how you got to do. Sometimes you got to like even this. Like we doing this episode today. Yeah, this will come out in like probably like 3 weeks or whatever. But like you have to be able to do that. A lot of times people don't know. Like, oh, we're just doing it, put it out. You know, like
yeah, you got to set up the dominoes first.
There are certain things, certain things that like you know you want to put in the moment and you want to put out, but some things you got to be strategic. So it's just all like, and I think as creators we all like learn that. Like, okay, you know what? This I'll wait. This I won't. This I'll blast. You know, it's all a learning process.
Yeah, man. That's why he was like, Joe, just drop this single. And I'm like, I don't want to. He's like, just drop the single, man. Like, drop the single from the album, you know, like, just do it. And so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. But I like to set up my dominoes first, man.
Yeah.
It's not fun if you're just setting one up and dropping it. You got to set them all up and then just watch them all.
You got to play the game. It's like I always say one big game of chess.
Yes, exactly. I never moved my queen, bro. She stay alive to the end.
Yeah, she stay alive to the end. Let's go. All right, well, we all got to get together soon, man. Pedro, Olga, everybody, we got to get together. We got to do something.
For real.
We got to figure something out. So maybe we do like a bowling night.
Ooh, dude, I'm down. Well, I'm telling you, I'm an introvert as hell. But I love going out though. It's weird.
So I told them Pedro and Olga guys set it up. So we'll all do something. We'll all go out sometimes. But other than that, man, this was dope having you on. I appreciate it. Just the last thing we do for the show before we wrap up. What do you think is dope and slept on out here?
Dope and slept on?
Yes. It doesn't have to be music. Could be anything.
It could be anything. What's dope and slept on? What's dope and slept on? Me.
Hey.
Yeah. Bow. Yeah.
Free. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Let's go. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Slept on. Dope and slept on. I like it.
No, yeah, bro.
I'm gonna give a shout out to the Concourse Club. It was a really dope spot. It was a rooftop lounge in Woodridge, right? I took a date over there. Had a little date. It was really, really good. Good energy. And it was a fun time. We actually went on a little date this past weekend to the Concourse Club. What we do after that? After that, I went bowling too. So it was a fun little vibe. Even just going out on a date. Shit's underrated. Shit's slept on. Yeah. You know? But shout out to the person I went on a date with. They made it fire. They made it enjoyable. So shout out to the Concourse Club. Go there. Take someone. Take your lady. Take your man. Enjoy yourself. Get the I got the jalapeno skirt steak. Shit was good. So if y'all get it.
Damn, that sounds good. What?
Yeah, it was dumb good. And then she got the salmon, but I felt bad because the salmon was like three little pieces like this big, and that shit was. I'm like, bro, fam, like.
That's what I call a Chili's meal.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt so bad. I want to be like, yo, should we order 2 of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
But other than that, other than the fucking salmon proportion, it was like really good. So shout out to them. just work on your fucking salmon, man. I felt so bad for her. I'm a dick. Can't even give an ad without talking shit. But it wasn't even an ad. It's just me just being real.
Yeah, no, I get that.
No, I'm telling you, it was a bum ass salmon. It was like fucking 3 little pieces like this big.
Bro, they gave you the rib cage. That's
bro,
it.
I don't know what they didn't. They gave me like a foot. Like I don't know. Fucking this shit was hot. Like I was like, where? It was all plate. It was all plate. Good thing my fat ass didn't. It wasn't for me.
Was it like emptier than a bag of chips, or?
It was just like that. It was rough.
Was the skin at least on it?
I wanted to this is what I wanted to do. It was so bad that I wanted to go back to the menu to see if that was an appetizer or if that was in the entree section. Because I was confused. I was like, she got that shit, and I said, was that from the appetizer section? Like, baby, I'm not that broke. I'm broke, but I'm not that broke. You know, so we can order from the dinner menu. You know what I'm saying?
You don't gotta go to the kids.
Yeah, you don't gotta go to the appetizer section. But no, it was an actual dinner, man. So fucking step your game up, concourse, man.
Concourse,
fuck?
what the fuck you got going on with
Yeah,
your fish,
man.
man? Say you running low.
That shit was bad. Anyway, we out of here, man. Therapy without a degree.
Woo.
Peace. Bum ass salmon.
The fucking salmon, dude. Why did that kill me so bad?
But it was so true. I gotta find a picture of it. I don't even think I took it. It was so bad. I don't even think I took a picture of it.
Wow. Oh man.
Oh man, that was dope though.
Oh shit.
That fun?
Yeah, you said what's dope. Slept on. I was like,